Good morning, dear students. So, in this class, I will study about the bituminous materials which are used in the construction of the road pavements, especially in the flexible pavements. So, basically, this bitumen is nothing but which is a crude petroleum which is obtained from different places are quite different in their particular composition. So, here, whatever the bitumen which will get extract or which is obtained from the different sources, the crude petroleum that is obtained from the different places are quite different in their composition. So whatever the chemical compositions are there, so that one it will get varies with different places to places. So here the portion of the bituminous materials which is present in the petroleum may widely differ depending on the sources. So the place where we will obtain this particular crude petroleum, so that is having the different compositions as well as the chemical changes. The percentage of the chemical which will be get changes from places to places, and even it will get differ with different sources also. So almost all the crude petroleums which contains the considerable amount of water along with the crude oil. So whenever we will extract the bitumen from earth surfaces, so it includes both crude petroleum as well as that water content also. So whatever the water content which is there in that crude petroleum, which one we need to excavate, which one we need to extract by using the dehydration process. So first we will go for the dehydration process before carrying out that one for the distillation process. So here the bituminous materials, or what we can call asphalts, right? So they are extensively used for the road constructions. So primarily because of their excellent binding characteristics and waterproofing properties, as well as the relatively they are very low cost. So somehow this bituminous, so it is like the extracted residue from the petroleum products. So initially they will be getting the white petrol, so usually we will be using that one in the aeroplanes and all. And next, coming to the normal petrol, so what we can use that one for our vehicles, and then diesel, and then kerosene, and then this bitumen material will come, right? So like this, after the continuous distillation process, this after 4 to 5 stages, this bituminous will get generate, right? So since it is a residue, it is with a low cost only, but it is having a good binding property, so that it can easily mingle up with coarse aggregates, and then it can be used in the construction of the road. And this bituminous materials which consist of the bitumen, which is a black or dark color solid or viscous cementitious substances. So this consists of chiefly high molecular weight of hydrocarbons which are derived from the distillation of petroleum or natural asphalt, and they are having the adhesive properties, and which is soluble in carbon disulfide, that is CS2. And coming to the next part, that is tars. So these tars are the residues which are from the destructive distillation of organic substances such as coal or wood, or even we can consider petroleum also, and they are temperature sensitive than the bitumen. So bitumen will be dissolved in the petroleum oils, where unlike tar, right? So here, compared to this bitumen and tar, so these tars are the residues, they are obtained from the destructive distillation process of the organic substances. And coming to the part, that is production of the bitumen. So how the bitumen material will get manufactured, or how it will be getting obtained. So bitumen is the residue or byproduct when the crude petroleum is refined, right? So after certain distillation process, we'll get this bitumen, so that main product will be the crude petroleum. And a widely variety of refinery processes such as straight distillation process and solvent extraction process. So here we can see the two different processes. First one is a straight distillation process, and second one is solvent extraction process. So by using this, it is help to produce the bitumen of the different consistency and other desirable properties. So we can use the any one extraction process, either straight distillation process or else the solvent extraction process. So here we'll get the material in different consistency. So with respect to that process, that consistency will get differs, and the that properties also it may get changes. And third one, that is depending on the sources and characteristics of crude oils and on the properties of the bitumen required, more than one processing method may be employed. So here depends upon the sources, I mean where exactly they got that particular raw material, and how exactly it might have provided a certain compositions of the chemicals in between that raw material. So depends upon that, that process will get differs. And desirable properties of bitumen, so how exactly this bitumen material should be. So first one is viscosity. Viscosity is nothing but which is a reverse of fluidity. So it is a measure of the resistance to flow. So higher the viscosity of the liquid substance, the more nearly it approaches a semi-solid state in the consistency. So thick liquid is said to be a more viscous than a thin liquid, right? It's like just a opposite of the fluidity. So fluidity is nothing but it is easily flowable, and so that it will be more workable. So but that one we can't give the access to in bitumen material, because it should have a proper bonding property whenever we will add aggregate to the bitumen. So to maintain that, we should have a proper viscosity property in the bitumen material. So the viscosity of the bitumen at the time of mixing and compaction should be adequate. So here the material, it should be having proper viscosity such that whenever we will mix as well as do the compaction of our road surfaces, it should be very adequate. And this is achieved by heating the bitumen and aggregate prior to the mixing, or by use of cutbacks or emulsions of suitable grade. So here the viscosity we can be achieved by melting that particular bitumen substance or material, or else instead of that even we can use the other forms of the bitumen such as bitumen cutbacks or bitumen emulsions, right? So we will study that what is emulsions and cutbacks. And second property is temperature susceptibility. So here temperature susceptibility is nothing but the bituminous material, it should not be highly temperature susceptible. So in a particular season we'll be having a particular temperature based upon the environmental conditions as well as the different places. So if you consider the hottest weather conditions, so during the hottest weather conditions of the regions, the bituminous mix, it should not become too soft or unstable, right? So during the cold weather, the mix should not become too hard and brittle. So might be it may causes certain cracking, and the material ultimately it should be durable. So here during the hottest weather of the region, that bituminous mix, that whatever we will provide a certain temperature to melt that, it should not become too soft, because in some cases might be at that particular time that bitumen it will get melt and it gives the standard property, but when it crosses that particular softening point, so that may changes its bonding property along with the aggregates. So that time it may be loses its property. But similarly in the colder region, so we need to melt that one at a standard temperature such that it should not be less than that also, because if it is a less than that, in that cases material become too hard, I mean that mix of coarse aggregate as well as the bitumen, it will become too hard, and then it may causes certain cracks, right? And third one is adhesion property. So here in presence of water, the bituminous should not strip off from the aggregate, right? So there has to be adequate affinity and adhesion between the bitumen and aggregates which are used in the mix. Okay, so if water is there, then might be that proper workable conditions we can't achieve between the coarse aggregate or else the aggregates whatever we will use, as well as the binding material. So between these we can't achieve the proper workable conditions and even the proper binding condition also. So first we need to remove that water content by dehydration process. And here you can see the different forms of bitumen. So in that first one is cutback bitumen. So here the cutback bitumen, which is nothing but what, at the normal practices, which is said to heat the bitumen to reduce its viscosity. To reduce this viscosity we need to heat that particular bitumen sample so that we can achieve the better viscosity property. And in some situations the presence is given to a use liquid binder such as cutback bitumen. So in cutback bitumen the suitable solvent is used to lower the viscosity of the bitumen content. And from the environmental point of view also, the cutback bitumen is much preferred. And the solvent from the bituminous material which will evaporate, and the bitumen will bind the aggregate. And here the cutback bitumen is used for the cold weather bituminous road constructions and maintenance. So especially this cutback bitumens which are used for the cold weather conditions, I mean where we will be having less temperature. So in such cases we can use this cutback bitumen, which is most preferable there. And the distillates used for the preparations of the cutback bitumen such as naphtha, kerosene, diesel, oil, and even we can use furnace oil also, right? And there are different types of cutbacks we can see, that is RC, that is rapid curing, medium curing, as well as slow curing. There are three types of cutback bitumen are there: rapid curing, medium curing, and then slow curing. In that RC is recommended, I mean the rapid curing is which is recommended for surface dressing and patchwork. And whereas for this medium curing, which is recommended for premix with a less quantity of the fine aggregates. So if as per the design, if they are using with a less content of quantity of the fine aggregates, then instead of that they can replace the cutback bitumen. And the last one, that is slow curing, which is used for the premix with appreciable quantity of the fine aggregate. And second one, that is bituminous emulsion. So in this bituminous emulsion, which is a liquid product in which bitumen is suspended in a finely divided conditions in an aqueous medium, and that is stabilized by the suitable material. So normally this cationic type of the emulsions which are used in the India. And the bitumen content in the emulsion which is around 60%, and remaining will be the water content. When the emulsion is applied on the road, it breaks down, resulting in the release of water, and mix starts to set. The time of setting, which is depends upon the grade of the bitumen, so it will get vary with respect to the different grades of the bitumen. And the viscosity of the bitumen's emulsions, which can be measured as per the Indian Standard Code Book, that is 8887 1995. And again in this bituminous emulsion we are having three different types. The first one is rapid setting, medium setting, and then slow setting, right? So here the bituminous emulsions which are ideal binders for hill road constructions. So only at the hill road conditions we can use these types of the bituminous emulsions. And then where the heating of bitumen or aggregates are much difficult, so during in that cases we can use these types of the bituminous emulsion. And then the rapid setting emulsions which are used for the surface dressing work. And coming to the last, that is medium setting emulsions which are preferred for premix jobs and patch repair works. And finally the slow setting emulsions which are preferred in rainy season. So depends upon the different applications, these different types of bituminous emulsions have been used in the construction part. And third one, that is bituminous primers. So here the bituminous primers, which is the distillate is absorbed by the road surface on which it is spread, right? The absorption therefore which is depends upon the porosity of the surfaces. If the porosity is more, then the absorption content also will be more, right? So bituminous primers which are useful on the stabilized surface and the waterbound macadam base courses. So bituminous primers are generally prepared on the roadsides by mixing the penetration bitumen with the petroleum distillate. So this bituminous primers and all that can be used just beside the road surfaces, such that the construction process will be very easier. And the next one, modified bitumen. So here modified bitumen, in the sense this is advanced material which comes under as the form of the bitumen, right? So here in the advanced material, the certain additives or blend of additives which are called the bitumen modifiers, so that can improve the properties of the bitumen and bituminous mixes. So here the bitumen treated with these modifiers is known as the modified bitumen. So again in this we'll be getting two different forms, that is polymer modified bitumen, that is PMB, and then the next one is crumb rubber modified bitumen, that is CRMB, and this should be used only in varying course which is depending upon the requirements of extreme climatic variations. The detailed specification of this modified bitumen which have been issued by IRC SP 53 1999. So it must be noted that the performance of PMB, that is polymer modified bitumen, and CRMB, that is crumb rubber modified bitumen, so which is dependent on the strict control on temperature during the construction part. So here this modified bitumen will be having certain advantages. That is, first one is lower susceptibility to daily and seasonal temperature variations, and here the higher resistance to deformation at high pavement temperatures. So better edge resistance properties, higher fatigue life for mixes, better adhesion between the aggregate and binder. So here prevention of cracking and refractive cracking. So here lower susceptibility to daily and seasonal temperature variations. So here we can see the temperature variations at the early morning and the midday as well as the late evening. So here the temperature also it will get vary from the daily conditions, like that even in the season conditional also. So here this particular modified bitumen it will be getting okay with all the types of the temperature variations. I mean it is suitable for all the temperature variations, even it is with the daily temperature, even it is with seasonal temperature also. And then higher resistance to deformation at high pavement temperature, where the load is getting generated more by the different vehicles, so the deformation also it will be more there, right? So it can be reduced by this bituminous, this modified bitumen. And better edge resistance property means it is with a long life conditions, so that is the main advantage here. And higher fatigue life for mixes, better adhesion between the aggregates and binder. So during at the mixes, this particular bituminous mixes having binding material as well as the aggregate. So here instead of that normal binding material, if we have used this modified bitumen, then that better adhesions we can be achieved between the aggregates as well as the binder. And if certain cracks and all it may get developed during at the exterior loads or else improper designs and all, in some cases this modern bitumen can be reduced that particular cracks and reflective of cracking also, right? And so usually this particular modified bitumen which is used in most of all the cases of the constructions, since just it is having it is adjustable with all the types of the temperature, as well as it can reduce the deformations at the pavement temperatures, and it can be with a good edge resistance properties, and then it will provides proper adhesions between the aggregates as well as the binders, since it is a unique in its structure, easily it can be get adhesion property with the aggregates, and here it can prevent the cracking and reflective of cracking. Thank you.